Oh, yeah. Hey, Mario, let me get a large Big Slice podcast. Welcome to the Big Slice. Big Slice.
Big Slice.
Big Slice. This channel, this podcast was started called Big Slice because Eric called me Big Slice, and I thought that was just perfect to call this podcast. I don't know what the fuck the intro is going to be from here on out, but we're just going to wing it. Today's the first episode. I'm doing it for a Halloween week, but I don't know if we'll talk about anything Halloween related other than Halloween is in like 6 days.
Why not? We can talk about shitty horror movies.
I agree. We should talk about really good horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right. I did have a list of like comic book movies, but I guess we'll just get into that fucking shit at the very end of the video or the podcast. Don't know how long this is gonna be, but I'm here with my best friend, partner, Mr. Big Slice. What?
Wait, when you mean partner, as in like what sense?
So I guess if you want it to be a little bit more than just podcast people, you're my podcast partner. But if you're thinking like sexual partner,
I never said that. You were just assuming things. So you need to watch your privilege.
I'm a top. I'm just gonna.
I'm gonna be sure with you. I'm a top, so I don't know how this is gonna work out, but.
So this is Semper Fi Films. My bottom right here.
No.
So, actually, I'm not hating the way we started off. I thought this was going to be super awkward on my end, because I was just going to be like, welcome to the Big Slice podcast. But now you know why, you know who we are. If you've watched my channel, then you know who we are. If you haven't, go fuck yourself and go educate yourself on ourselves. I think I'm like the best YouTuber. No, I'm not. Fuck that shit. Good partner over here, Semper Fi Films, though. He's got some really good content. I will check out.
You wanna know some of my YouTube channel video names?
Yeah.
Oh, gotta get a new tab open. That one's for special time later tonight. You know what I mean?
I thought I was your special time.
No. So out of the, let's see, 5 videos I have one that's called Welcome, Mind the Cancer, which has a whopping 12 views.
Whoa.
Man, that was posted 3 years ago.
Wow.
I have another one called Face Huggers Hurt, and that is another 10. That's 10 views.
10 views.
I have
Jesus.
What?
I said 10 views. That's a lot. Jesus.
Oh, dude, that's so much. I have one that's called I Just Wanted to Upload This, I Need Help. That's 17 views. I have one that says, look, a random Magic Arena video. That one, 14 views. The upload one, that I just want to upload, that Call of Duty one, yeah, 17 views.
17. That's a year ago.
Yeah, and in this one video, my most recent videos called Among Us, but the imposter is only one of 3 people. There's a whole 11 views.
The funny thing about that one was we had like 5 or 6 people, but the imposters just cycled through me, Nick, and Lunik.
Yeah. Aubrey and I were just left hanging. I don't think I was the imposter once that night.
Nope. Aubrey was once, and then you were like, you got short-ended.
I did get short-ended. I only became the imposter after we stopped playing regular and went to play like a hide-and-seek variant of Among Us.
Yes. Which is pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. It's spooky, but I like it. And if you guys don't know, what I do in my free time, to those who are not educated, first off, why are you still here? Because I told you to fuck off. But if you are still here, in my free time, I do absolutely jack shit. I try to go to college, but my dad said don't go to college. College is for ballerinas. And my mom tried to pay for college, but I ended up not going to college. And then I tried to hold down a job, but I just can't, because either I'm just a shitty worker, or the places I've worked at were just shitty places. And Eric, across the table, is is a pigeon farmer.
Indeed. I farm pigeons in my pigeonless area I own. Don't ask. It works.
Don't ask. But no, I've talked a lot. Eric, what do you got to say?
first podcast.
Yeah.
Halloween season's right around the corner. It's
Halloween.
about 6 days, as Adam said.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I don't know I don't know. I don't know what to say really. I've never like. I'm in videos obviously, but it's because I actually have something to do and not just like kind of talking about stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to action.
Back to action. Let's get into some Halloween shit. I guess what I should have done instead of top best comic book films. We'll get into that, but so that Eric, are you a horror movie kind of guy?
It depends. I in the months between January and March.
Yeah.
Man, let me tell you, there was interesting. Basically, with this lady friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
We went to go see some movies.
Yes.
And they were shit.
They were shit. What'd you guys see?
We saw. What did we saw? The Turning.
The Turning.
With Finn Wolfhard. It was his acting was terrible in that movie.
Oh.
It was. You would think, oh, it's the Netflix man. No, it's bad. It really.
Oh my
really
god!
Is bad.
It's got a 3 out of 10 on IMDb. It's awful. I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't waste money seeing that movie. Even to Redbox, it's not even worth Redbox. We saw The Boy 2.
The Boy.
Oh
yeah.
It was bad.
It was also bad.
It was also very bad. And one might say Sonic.
Sonic.
Could be a horror movie. Once they could, Sonic could be a horror movie if they released the original version and not when they cyberbullied an entire studio to not animate, but like I guess redraw the character and then edit him, and I guess technically we had to do like the whole movie over again. Yeah,
I totally agree. I think that original design it was awful, and I just remember
Gremlin.
He was like way too tall, and he had like blue. I don't remember. I think Sonic has like blue arms, but he had like no glove, or he didn't have gloves, right? He had like white hands, like man hands.
Man, let me look at Sonic before and after. Here we go.
Sonic before great.
Yeah, so he had like white fur for hands. He was like super, for whatever reason, they made him like try to be like super realistic.
Mm-hmm.
In the sense of like not cartoony, like he had like man feet.
Yeah, and he had like
like, and like it was bad.
I remember seeing because I went to go see, I believe it was Joker with my my girlfriend. I don't know if it was Joker or if it was, what was it? The fuck was it? It was something, I think it was Endgame. I went to see Endgame with Maya, and they had, you know how they have at movie theaters the cardboard cutouts for movies coming out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the poster for this movie, and all you saw was a frickin' Shadow. Not Shadow the Hedgehog, but Sonic. It was like a poster, and it was just his silhouette. It was this. And I was like, what in the ass is that shit? And I'm going to give this to you so you can see what it was. This was what I saw on the walls. And I was like, that does not look like Sonic. He's got, like, muscular, buff-ass legs. He's probably got a big schlong or some shit like that.
Oh, shit.
And I was not looking forward to it, but, we cyberbullied the entire studio, and they made something great that... I'm not going to say it was, like, the best movie, but it's certainly better than what it would have probably been.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it wasn't it's not like we should get back to horror movies really, but
yeah,
it really wasn't a good movie.
I liked it.
It was interesting. But okay, let's go back to horror movies because
yes,
it's Halloween season.
It's Halloween. The last movie I saw before COVID hit was The Invisible Man. Did you see that?
Oh, I did also see that with this lady person.
Did you like it? Because I actually kind of liked it.
Uh, eh, it was.
It was certainly interesting. I don't know.
It was an interesting take on like the Invisible Man.
Yeah, because
I would say.
in the original, he just like takes a potion and turns invisible. He's like, ah, I'm crazy
It's like
now.
he gets into a freak lab accident, and that's what makes him invisible.
This
But,
one,
like,
he's like wearing camera.
Well, like in this one, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, but
Spoil. Yes, sorry.
Like instead of him being a freak accident, he's like this super like smart guy that makes like a suit full of cameras.
Yes.
And there's like cameras also have like screens or something. I can't remember exactly, but basically it takes a picture of in front of them and behind them and everywhere, and it camouflages them. It makes them blend into their surrounding.
Yeah.
And the whole movie, he's basically, as you can see, he's kind of like a very like abusive guy. He's in a relationship with this girl. I don't know the girl character's name. The movie was terrible. I don't like remembering anything about it. But it was he was like an abusive, and he was an abused in a relationship or whatever, and like the movie's not like based around him. It's based on this girl, but
yeah,
and it's like basically she leaves him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Escape, runs away, and then she's all freaked out, and then like weird things keep happening to her. Like she's noticed that oh god, I can't remember, like a knife was moved from her kitchen counter, and just weird, kind of like just like cheesy stuff. It was just kind of stupid. And then like she finds out that this man, I can't remember his name, has made this suit, and da 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 da. Turns out not even him, it's the fucking brother.
Yeah, that was kind of like, what the fuck. I've seen the movie get like incredibly great reviews from like critics. And I don't think it's that amazing. I think it was okay, but like it wasn't like anything to write home. But it's like certainly not. I mean, when it comes to horror movies, I guess it's okay. I wouldn't even consider it really a horror movie though.
No, it's more of like a thriller. It's not like a horror movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're like the same thing, you know.
Yeah. I don't think they are.
But it was like underwhelming because like. Basically, the end of the movie, she goes to this whole thing. She's all freaked out. She got moved to like a mental asylum or something.
Yeah.
And she fucking she kills the brother, or the brother gets shot by someone. I can't remember who. It was like her sister's husband. That's a cop, I think, or something.
Yeah.
And that happens, and then his the dude's brother, well, the brother of the dude, well, this is confusing because you don't know the names. The abuser guy, he's like, oh, I love you, I'm so sorry my brother did this, da 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 da, and then she kills him, like straight up just kills him, using like the suit, so it looks like he just killed himself.
Yeah, on the camera, I remember that.
Yeah, and it's just like, it was not a good ending. It was like a very cop-out ending.
Yeah. It certainly like wasn't what I was expecting. Like the movie, I think that's the biggest thing, is it subverted expectations. Like during the dinner scene when her sister straight up just slits her throat. Mm-hmm. I don't remember like the entire scene, but I do remember not expecting that. Like, oh god, that
because like he's acting like super nice to her, and she's like weirdly like not a disassociating, just like I guess scared and like nervous because she was in an abusive relationship, and I get that. But then it's like, I guess I can't remember if he makes a comment or she's just like so paranoid that she still thinks that because like in the movie, like you're led to believe like the brother of this abuser was tormenting her all along.
Yeah.
But she thinks that like at some point it was him, like the abuser, doing these terrible things to her.
Yeah.
And like you never actually see the abuser do it, but you're like and she thinks that he did at some point. He was the one following her around and stuff. But
yeah,
she like puts on the suit that he has like an extra suit or something. Oh, she goes in, oh, that's what it is. She breaks into his like mansion or whatever, hides his like prototype suit inside of a vent. Goes to like during the dinner scene, she goes to
Yeah.
goes to the restroom. She puts on the suit, slits the dude's throat, so it looks like in camera he just killed himself. And I think I don't know, I can't remember if she gains like money from it or something. I can't remember if they were engaged or something.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but it was like it was kind of a stupid ending because like she went through this whole thing and it turns her into a killer, and it doesn't make sense for the story all that much.
I kind of agree. Yeah. Also, another thing, when she goes back to the house and it's like all wrapped up and it's like a vacant, his dog is still there. I'm like, what the fuck? That dog's been there for a long time without food and water, no odor.
Yeah, that's right. Because wasn't it like Oh, I know. Okay, I remember what it was. It was like the brother, like I think, loved this girl, but like the abuser's brother locked him in like the basement or something.
Yeah.
And they all thought that like the brother made it look like he killed himself.
Killed himself, yeah.
Like jumped off or something. I can't remember what he did. And then he's like, oh, or like she finds out she's pregnant. I think it was, or something. Or she thinks she's pregnant, and she wants to get in like abortion. It was something weird where like the brother comes into the mental asylum and says like, "Hey, if you sign this, or like my brother left his money to you, da 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 da." And it's just weird. It wasn't a very well written movie.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
I think we can all agree the scariest horror movie to come out in the wild was probably Cuties.
Oh God, I don't even want to see that.
I didn't. Right from when I was told what it was, I was like, "Fuck that! I'm not." That's like no. It's like why? And then also, if you go on Rotten Tomatoes, it's got like a 90% from critics.
Really?
And critics are like, "Oh, the audience needs to grow up." And I think everyone that gave that movie a good review needs to be investigated.
Yeah, it's kind of sus. That it's
very
just
sus. Yeah.
Oh God.
You don't understand the drug.
You don't like watching 11-year-old girls twerk, but
it's the French architecture that I'm so drawn to. Okay. Let's see. I'm just gonna get into some other like. When I talk about horror movies or like just scary movies in general, I just automatically, because when I'm growing up, I was always, from like 2nd grade to 4th grade, I was big into slasher films, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween. I watched Halloween when I was in 2nd grade probably, and I just remember my cousin, who is like 2 years older than Nick, and I was 9 at the time or something like that, I think. 2010, so I was 9 years old, and Nick was 11, and my cousin Brad was 13, and we were all gonna hang out because he just got back from Minnesota. He had lived in Minnesota for like 6 years, and we were all gonna watch probably I gotta be honest here, the best, totally the best Friday the 13th movie.
Freddy versus Jason.
No, we watched Jason Goes to Hell. Which I don't know if you've seen that movie. It's probably the worst
thing
one.
like it's like in the movie before it, like he dies, like Jason straight up just dies, but in like the Jason Goes to Hell, he comes back or whatever, and then every person he touches people and he transfers to their body or something.
It's well, in the first like 3 minutes of the movie, he's chasing this girl, and then he's caught by the CIA and blown to fucking shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then this black guy, I forget his name, comes in and is like, ooh, Jason's heart. Takes it back and eats it, and then he turns into Jason.
What the fuck?
Because apparently Jason is now some slug that lives in his heart and transfers from body to body. It was really bad. It was a shit movie. It was a shitty movie. And I just remember me, Nick, and Brad watched the first 5 minutes of that shit, and we're like, this movie's awful. So I skipped to the end, and at the end of the movie, Jason's mask is laying in a sand dune on the beach or something like that, and Freddy Krueger's hand comes out of the sand and grabs his mask and pulls it down. And I was
Really?
yeah. I was like, oh shit, it's gonna be a Freddy vs. Jason. I was like, at the time I didn't know there was a Freddy vs. Jason movie, so I was like, please tell me there's a Freddy vs. Jason movie. Looked that up and I was like, oh shit, that's awesome. Turns out Freddy vs. Jason came out a whopping 11 years after Jason Goes to Hell.
Ooh, so that was like the precursor to it.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we're this oh, look at this thing. We're gonna do a Freddy versus Jason. But it's like, no.
Yep. It was actually weird because I looked it up. Apparently they did Jason Goes to Hell, Jason X. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, it's the Space Jason.
Space Jason. And then they did Freddy vs. Jason.
I think a lot of these movies are like a lot of the horror movies, at least with the Friday the 13th, is like I think they're supposed to be like one-offs.
Yeah.
Like kind of like with the James like the older James Bond movies, they were all one-offs. They're like their own movie. They didn't tie in.
Yeah.
Except for there's some that tied into other movies, but it's like a lot of them just didn't like tie in with other movies or their own movies because like one, like well I'm not gonna get into it, but like I think a lot of the Friday the 13th movies they were kind of linked together, but at the same time they're their own movie.
Yeah. I think I agree with that. I haven't seen them in a good while, but I do remember them being like very distanced from each other, and not like
yeah, because you have like Jason Goes to Hell and then fucking Jason X, and then it's like Jason versus Freddy.
Yeah. It's like, dude, I just saw Jason's mask get pulled down by Freddy. Why the fuck is he in space right now?
Yeah, or like, I don't know, it's just weird. I don't know, it's just, they're not good movies.
No.
They're very... Yeah. They're like, to me, those horror movies aren't supposed to be scary. They're just supposed to be
there to
for
make
the
fun
gore
of.
and nudity.
Yeah.
That's all that they were made for, gore and nudity.
If you want to jerk off, might as well just watch porn, because you're going to have to wait like a good hour.
It's basically what, like, fucking Friday the 13th was just, like, softcore porn mixed with horror.
Yeah. Mixed with some gruesome fucking kills.
Because I remember watching the first one, and this was, like, before I knew, like, Jason wasn't in the first one. I was like, okay, it's like, oh, and, like, the killer's never, like, revealed until, like, the very end of the movie.
Yeah, it's his mom, right?
Yeah, it's his mom. And I'm like, and she, like they're kids that are having sex. And again, it's the stereotypical camp counts, or they're teenagers, they're horny, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, there's just tits everywhere on the screen.
Tits.
It's like, oh, okay. A little. I'm like, tits. But now it's just like it's like unnecessary. They just do it just for like the younger guys to go and see it.
Yeah. Dude, I could watch porn and just get the same thing. I don't need to see blood. If you really want to get some Friday the 13th, huh?
I said that, like, that's like, why is it in these horror movies? It's like, I'm trying to think of the word. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Basically, like, it's like, it's not a word, but it's like when the girls die, they're always topless, or they're mostly topless.
Yeah.
And it's like that's such a weird thing to
to have happen. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, the hot chick dies. Oh no, but it's like,
and her titties are out. Oh no.
And her titties.
I feel like that's a staple though. Like that has to be
these shitty horror movies.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that, and like, I guess like not so much in Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't think there was any nudity in there because they're all mostly like kids, or like teenagers. Probably like, man, I don't want to whatever nudity on Nightmare on Elm Street. It's like it's been a while.
Yeah.
Very brief nudity. It says.
I remember they remade Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street, and Freddy Krueger straight up in the remake is a pedophile. They made him a pedophile. He was already kind of creepy in the originals. Like, I remember there's a shot of him taking a picture of a young girl, licking the back of it and sticking it in a notebook. But they made him a full-fledged pedophile in the remake. Like, he rapes kids.
What?
Like, it's not shown. Like, obviously, they wouldn't show it, but they're like, oh yeah, Freddy hung out with the kids after daycare and would take them into a little hole in the basement and just rape them. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm not joking. And then they're like, I don't believe that.
What movie was this? What Nightmare on Elm Street movie?
It was the remake. It's just called, I think it's just called Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare.
A Nightmare on Elm Street. They got Jackie Earle Haley, aka Rorschach.
The 2010 one?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Rorschach is Freddy Krueger, and I think he did a good job. It was a shitty movie, but he did a really good job.
Jackie Earle Haley. Okay. I don't think I've ever. I don't think. Oh my God, his face.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy.
Freddy's face.
It's weird. They were supposed to.
Did they CGI his face?
Yes.
They didn't do it. CGI. Oh God, his face looks terrible.
They wanted to make his face look like a burn victim, like an actual burn victim.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I know Robert Englund was a mask. It was straight up a mask that he wore, and it looked good.
It wasn't a mask, but yeah, it was like rubber. Yeah, I guess it was a mask, like rubber mask that they, painted on, not painted, but glued on.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
He does look off. I think I will give it that. If they were going for a creepier Freddy, he does look off.
Mm-hmm. Because like I've never seen this, so I don't know. But like, if you say like he's actually made out to be a pedophile.
Yes.
Okay.
They like specifically like that's how he dies. I don't remember how he died in the original Friday the 13th movie.
So like apparently in the original he was like, I don't know if he was a child. I don't know if he was a pedophile, but he was like a child killer.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was never proven, but everybody knew. And like the parents like set him on fire. Like they threw in Molotovs into his like house or whatever, and like they burned him alive. Is what it was.
Yeah, they did the same thing in this, but it's after they figured out he was raping the kids. They chased him into like a factory, and they burned him. Yeah. This is one picture I see on IMDb, and it's fucking scary. I'm trying to see if I can get... I can't, like, copy it. Hold up. I'm gonna fucking snip this shit and just send it to you.
Is it I wonder if it's the same one we're looking at.
He's, like, hunching his shoulders up a little bit.
It has a creepy-ass smile.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one. It's ending right now.
Yep. It's fucking weird.
Okay, so like right here, it looks like it's a mask. I bet you it was a mask, and they also did CGI over it.
Yeah.
But it looks like he's some like weird furry thing. Like if you look at cats in this, it looks very similar.
The shitty movie Cats?
Yes. Oh God.
Yeah.
But you were saying.
Friday the 13th, they also remade that in 2009. I remember seeing previews to that, because that was right in the area when I was, like, really big into horror movies.
Yeah, because they tried to bring them all back.
Yeah.
Was it?
It's just called Friday the 13th. He has long hair.
Oh, is this the one where he looks nasty?
Yes.
Jeez.
Wait, I don't know, because there's a few where he looks nasty.
Is Jared? Is
Supernatural guy?
Yeah, the dude who plays Sam in this movie.
Yep, he's the main character.
Oh God.
Jason is scarier in this movie, though. I gotta admit.
What's his name?
Padalecki.
Oh, Clay. Okay, no.
Oh.
Because there's a character in the Friday the 13th game called John. I don't know if it's Johnny or something.
Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy Jarvis. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I thought he would play that, but what the fuck?
In this movie, like in the original Friday the 13th movie, Jason was kind of like a slow walking kind of guy. In this movie, he like straight up runs at people and kills them. It's
really?
I will admit he's freakier in this movie than he is in the original. Is that Michael Bay? Did he have something to do with this movie? Oh God.
Oh, I get yeah, because in the other movies, like it wasn't that he like ran or walked. It's just he would be hiding somewhere and then come out or like bust through the wall.
Yeah. There's one kill in particular where he just runs at a couple having sex. There's a lot of sex in this movie, obviously. But there's one... I think one that stuck out to me when I first watched it was he puts a girl in a sleeping bag, zips it up, and then hangs her over a fire and burns her to death.
Weird.
There's also like, what were you gonna say?
No, nothing. No, go ahead. I wasn't saying anything.
Okay, like Halloween has had so many shitty scenes. I
Okay.
love. Huh?
So go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I love. I mean, it's obviously outdated now, but I really love the first Halloween movie back from like '78.
Is that the one where they crash the ambulance? No, it's not. I can't remember. See, I don't know which Halloweens I've seen because like there's been like every movie is like a remake, is a reboot of the series in Halloween.
Yes.
Except for like there's a couple where it's like one is like two. There's like one movie and then the next movie it's a continuation, but a lot of the the Halloween movies are remakes because they were just shit. I mean,
A lot of them are awful.
yeah, it's like it's not that they're shit. It's just that they don't age well,
Yeah.
or it like the fans didn't like it, or it was just I guess not really. I guess it was like a bad movie
Yeah.
because Jamie Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
She comes back and plays Claire, not Claire,
Laurie.
Yeah, Laurie Strode. That's right. She comes back and plays Laurie every single movie. I as far as I know, I may be wrong, but I don't like Halloween. Not my horror movie. I'm not a huge horror guy just because I think they're kind of stupid.
Yeah.
And not that I get scared, but like, there's definitely some movies that like make me like when I'm watching it make me uneasy because they're like a scary movie.
Yeah.
Oh god, like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There's one I can't remember if it was which remake it was, but just the whole thing. It's just like the setting, just like the atmosphere of the movie, just makes you like, oh god.
Yeah. There was one I watched of the Texas Chainsaw movies in Florida. I think it might have been the first one from the 70s. Have you seen that one?
Texas. No, let's see. I've seen the one. I think I saw the weird remake one with that one. I don't want to be. I'm not trying to be like. I think she was Hispanic actress.
Yeah.
The beginning. It was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The beginning.
The beginning.
Mm-hmm. It's bad. It is really bad. But it's like one of those movies that like they don't all survive. Like everybody dies in that movie.
Oh really?
Mm. But yeah, wait, was it Texas?
Yeah, she is like a Hispanic actress, Chrissy or whatever her name is in the movie. Yeah, I don't. I know. I remember. I think I watched the first one. It was spoiler for those who haven't seen the first one. But there's like a part where she's like in Leatherface's house, goes up to the attic and sees this decaying body in a chair. And at first I was just like, oh, it's just the decaying body. But later she's kidnapped and you find out that it's not a decaying body. It's someone that Leatherface kidnapped and is wearing a dead body's skin. And it's like, oh, it was so weird. And then, like, Leatherface puts on makeup at the end of the movie, like a girl. And I'm like, what is this fucking movie? I don't know, man. I don't know. I certainly am not into horror movies like I used to be.
Because there hasn't been any good ones for a long time.
I think the last one, I don't know if you've seen it or if you disagree, but I actually like the 2 It movies that recently came out.
I didn't think that I haven't seen them all through.
Yeah.
But like I didn't even see the second movie. I just don't care for them. The remakes, whatever, are a little. Yeah, I haven't seen the original one either, but like they're just not. How do I say it? I don't know. They're just not like they're just weird. The same little 2C, like they rely more on like CGI horror.
CGI, yeah. Mm-hmm. The original one is pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking bad.
Really?
Yeah. There's like, I don't know. I mean, it's just a lot of it's so cheesy. It's like '90s cheese is what I'd call that.
Hmm.
'90s cheese. Other than that, man, I can't. I think my favorite horror movie of all time is John Carpenter's The Thing. Have you ever seen that?
I have not.
It's so different, and I'm not here to be like one of those like cheesy ass movie reviewers, like, oh, the risotto has a nice fine taste of like filmography. Like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't know. The movie is just fucking weird. It like came out in the '80s, and they used all practical effects. There's no animation whatsoever. It's got Kurt Russell in it. It's a great movie, and
Because like I remember John Carpenter had like that movie, and then he had like John Carpenter's something like a series of vampire movies.
Oh, really?
I think there were. I think so, if I'm not mistaken. See, John Carpenter's vampires. And he also did a Halloween movie. He did John Carpenter's Halloween.
Yeah.
Vampires was a 1998 film, and it was
Not good.
it was definitely 90, like a early 2000 movie. Because who do you think was in it?
Early 2000s. Fuck. Ricky Martin.
No.
Um,
So let's see. The main actor was James Woods.
really?
Yep. It was very cheesy. It was a very cheesy movie.
Fuck. I was gonna say like one of the Wayans brothers or some shit.
It's very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually let's see. Fuck. Oh yeah, I was gonna say I had something on Blu-ray, but I don't. That was embarrassing. Vampires with James Wood, Daniel Baldwin, Sheryl Lee. I don't know. And have you ever seen Evil Dead?
Is that? Are you talking about the Oh, what's
It's got Bruce Campbell in it.
Yeah, Bruce Campbell. I don't think I've actually ever seen it. I think I remember seeing a bit of Queen of the Damned.
Huh? What's
It's
that?
It's a second movie.
Oh.
Oh God, what is it? What is it called? Night of the. What is it? What's the movie called again?
It's just called Evil Dead.
Evil Dead. Um. Army. Queen. Dead. Dead. I swear it would have to be. I guess maybe it's just called Evil Dead 2. It was Army of Darkness. That's what it was called Army of Darkness. Yes, I saw like a bit of that, and then that was it. But I've seen Ash versus the Evil Dead, and I think it was pretty. I like it. Hmm. Wait, they made is the second one? Is the second one like straight up just like a comedy rather than a horror? Hmm. Really? Were you about to say get his dick sucked by something? Because I feel like you were just about to say that. Yeah, he gets his hand. Yeah. Well, he cuts off his hand because the evil or whatever is in his hand or something. Jesus. Huh. Stickly. Let's see. Storyline. This is the second one. Plot summary or synopsis? Is it I guess summary. Uh, no. Okay. So I want to know that, like, I know, like, I trust you up that the difference, but what's like? Did they really just Evil Dead 2 is a remake rather than a sequel? Its plot is essentially the same as that of its predecessor, The Evil Dead. The first movie was a scrappy indie production. The second is a studio film with 10 times the budget. Okay. Ramney had enough. Okay. Yeah, it said like the Evil Dead 2 was more of a parody sequel. I'm glad they made it into a comedy though, because like I like Bruce Campbell, but he's not, as far as I've seen, he's not the best like serious actor. I've only really seen him in Bird Notice, which is the TV show he was on. He was like a minor character. But I liked Ashley Evil Dead. Ashley Evil Dead is definitely like, a very like raunchy comedy. It has some of the Yeah, you would like it. It just has some like really bad jokes, and it's just weird. It's good, but it's definitely weird. Mhm. Huh. Wait, Bruce Campbell was in No, this had to be Sam Ramsey. Is Bruce Campbell in Escape from LA? Kurt Steve Buscemi was. Kurt Russell was Snake Plissken. Yep. Yeah, they were yep, he was in it. He was the Surgeon General of Beverly Hills. Yeah, they weren't these weren't very good movies. Honestly, Kurt Russell, he's an okay actor. I don't care for him all that much, but eh. Mhm. So okay, so go back to Evil Dead. Did you like the Evil Dead remake they did in 2013? So I saw bits and pieces of it. So it's not like a remake. It's kind of like the third, like not third, I guess like third Evil Dead movie. It's basically just like a soft reboot. They didn't go anywhere with it, obviously, but it was basically this like from what I'm reading here is like a drug addict girl is determined to kick the habit to that to the end where she asks her brother, his girlfriend, and then their other friends to accompany to like the family's remote forest cabin to help her through withdrawal. One of the friends finds a book of the dead at the cabin and reads aloud from it, awakening an ancient demon. Da 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 da. And it's like it's bad. It's is really bad. Like in and like at the end, like the girl gets her arm like it's just like this weird demon thing. I think it's like possessing her or something. But it it basically they made like it was more of like a homage to the fact that when Ash cuts off his hand, it's her arm is trapped beneath a car that's sinking into the ground. Because, oh, horror movie. So she cuts off her hand with a chainsaw. And like at the end of the movie, Ash Willing comes in and says some weird one-liner, and then the credits roll. Yeah, it's it it was. It was, it definitely was. It's in my opinion, it's not that great. I mean, a lot of like honestly, a lot of remakes are not that good. Mhm. Yes. You didn't like it? Yeah, so like the whole point, I think this is like the intro movie to it. So, but yeah, they just kind of like throw in Dr. Jekyll in there a little bit. But I didn't think it was all that bad. Um, Definitely the original Mummy movies weren't great either. Aren't there four? I thought there were the Mummy, Return of the Mummy, and then Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. Yeah. Oh god, it was so bad. Like, you know what's funny is that like Alex, like his son, Brendan Fraser's like son in the movie, is like 12, 11. I don't know how old he is, but I can't think he's older than 10, 11. And he's British. Like he has a distinctive British accent. And in the third movie, the next movie this character's in, he's an adult. His mom and dad don't look any older. Well, they obviously do because it was, let's see, the Mummy Returns was made in 2001. And the Tomb, let's see, and then Mummy Tomb of the Dragon was 2008. It's like 7 years. There was obviously going to be some aging with the actors just naturally, but they don't look. They just so they changed the mom first of all. It's not Rachel Wise. I think. Oh God, who is that? Whoa, why she looks super familiar? Not just from the Mummy movie. What is she? NCI. Oh, okay, I know where she's from now. I recognize her. Yeah, they changed her, and I'm pretty sure I can't remember if she uses the British accent either. It's been a long time since I've seen it. Mhm. But like Alex is an American. He But like he has no accent. And it's not like they try to play it off as like, oh no, he just straight up doesn't have an accent anymore. And they make him too much to be like his dad. Like they pull out like this backpack of guns and everything, and they start talking about, oh, this guns has da 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 is better than da 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 da. And it's just like I don't know if they were trying to make it to where he would continue the next series or not, but it was bad. Very, very bad. No, it wasn't a bad movie. It was just wasn't it was a good movie, not a good mummy movie. It was so stupid, the premise of it. Yeah. Uh, Billy's who the fuck? Who is Billy Zane? Was he supposed to be like the stunt actor for this guy, or because they're like super similar? But yeah, I can't remember what you said. Guy's name. Oh, Arnold Vosloo, American South African actor. Oh, yeah, but he looks kind of Egyptian. I mean, Yeah, I mean, South African, so I guess technically he could pull off as Egyptian. You know, back then, he was pretty tan. But, but, like, I get it. He's just like, "Oh, he was in Egypt," and then during, like, what, China in the 3rd movie? It just it's just weird. Mhm. Um, it's not I would say that that was more of an action than a horror, because a lot of times, like, movies try to make it to be a horror movie when it's just an action movie with horror elements. Um, there's that, what other horror movies? It's a comic book movie with Ron Perlman. Yeah, David, whatever his name is. Yeah. Yeah, I that's one movie that it sucks. It's not good writing. Even they have big name actors in it, or at least they have Mia Jovovich or Jovich. They have David Harbour, and they have the dude who played Winston from John Wick. Winston John. Who's he played by? Who's he played by? Who's he played by? Damn it. Yeah, Ian McShane. And like I like Ian McShane. Like he's a what the fuck? This is not the right guy I was looking for. But he's a good actor. But that movie was just bad. They made it to be more of a comedy because there's some really shitty jokes in there. Not that they were they're bad. They were just like they were like not funny. Like they were just like not God, I'm talking too fast. They said very bad jokes, really cringy jokes, and they dropped the f bomb, and like I'm a person who I'll swear just because I'm just used to it. It's fun, you know. But they made this a rated R movie, and one for the language, and two because they have some like pretty like fucking graphic kill scenes. Spoiler alert, even though don't see the shitty movie. Um, basically something happens and like this either Hellboy summons or these witches summon these demons, right? And they start killing people, and you legit see like people getting cut half, their like guts spilling out and stuff, or people getting like run through by like weird bone people, and it's unnecessary. Like a lot of the swearing was like super unnecessary. I think you just said it because it was a rated R movie. They had the opportunity, so they went for it, but it was like it wasn't good. I don't think David Harbour is all that good of an actor, to be honest. That I mean, I've only seen season 1 of Stranger Things, and he's okay. I guess he's okay in that. I'm not a huge fan of Stranger Things. I just think it's a little first yeah, the first season, like, is basically like, in my opinion, the first season is like, um, all you really need to understand the rest of the 2 other series. And not that, like, it's a bad, like, series, it's just very I guess repetitive, because it's from I think I haven't seen the 2nd or 3rd season. I think is there a 3rd season? Okay, so, like, from what I remember, it's like the 1st season, it's, "Oh, they think they killed the Demogorgon," and what's this, Billy or something? I don't know, I don't know. Who's the kid? Um, B. Wasn't it a B name, though? The one that gets to the upside down? Yeah, Will, sorry, Jesus Christ. Mhm. But, like, uh I don't know, it was just, like, really kinda stupid. Like, he was like, uh, um, like he gets possessed by this demon thing, and it's super not possessed, but he gets taken, and it's oh no 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 no. They think they save him at the end, and then like the second season, there's like more psychics or whatever or something, and then like Will keeps having these flashbacks to the Upside Down or something. Um, sorry, I'm getting messaged by a dear friend of mine. He's asking for my Minecraft name, and I can't remember. I can't remember if it's Simper underscore films or what, but oh, don't even start with that. If you don't know, that was my old Minecraft name that I was like, that I used to use Hawkeye for a while for everything. Then I used Ace, and now I'm on Simper. Ace, not AIDS, Ace, ACE, because I was that's fucking cool. But uh, what were we talking about? Stranger Things. Like there's more psychics or something, and Will keeps having these flashbacks to the Upside Down, and that's all I know. And then fucking 11 and the other kid is stuck in face or something. I don't know. Uh, I didn't say I didn't like it. It was okay. It just wasn't my cup of tea. All right, because I've seen some clips on YouTube watching, and it's like, what is it like the demon gorman? There's like this huge big demogorgon or whatever comes through the portal or something, and there's some weird Russian guy gets killed. I don't know. I don't know. That's the thing. Like I don't know. I don't know much. Yeah, that kid and that kid. I don't know if he's a guy or whatever. It's like it just I don't know. It just they try to make it kind of like was it 80s? Was it 80s or yeah, it was 80s, wasn't it? They just try to make it a little too 80ish. I feel like with all like the references and stuff. Like we're playing garbage tickets. And what's hey I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons with the group. Is it my cup of tea? It's okay. I wouldn't play it outside of this group. You know, I like it. It's fun making characters, but I'm not gonna go out of the way to go to a session somewhere else and play. I know I keep going off on tangents, but back to like this horror movie shit. Stranger Things. I don't think it says it's a horror underneath like Netflix's categories. I don't think it is. I think it's just some weird science fiction stuff. Yeah. Mhm. Honestly, I think Saw is scary for me because it's like in your face, like stuff happens really fast, and it's like, damn, this could actually happen. Like this is like more realistic. Like technically, it is realistic because some crazy dude could just build a house full of traps and stuff. Mhm. Yeah, and it's like super like Saw is one of the very few horror movies that like I'm just like utterly like not like I'm 20, right? It's not that I get scared. It's just like it's very creepy for me to watch, and then it's just like, whoa, what's that noise? It's really cool. I think that's what a horror movie should do. It should actually. Like, I guess it depends on your personality though, because like this lady friend I mentioned in the beginning, like she was really into horror movies, but you know that's what she will watch, and it's like, eh. I'm not a big horror movie fan. I like Saw a lot. I mean, it's kind of bloody, which is always like a cool factor. Like, dude gets killed by getting impaled with spikes with acid in them, or something. but it's a good horror movie. Like it's not like over the top. Well, I don't know, some of the traps are. I have to say some of the traps are a little over the top, but it's not like, oh, I'm a demon, oh, I'm a monster, or da, da, da. It's like some dude is just taking people that have screwed up in life or whatever, or did something wrong, and then he kills them, or he gives them the option to live. And that's the thing I like about Saw. Like it is not. It's not like a I'm gonna kill you just to kill you. It is he has a reason. Like these people screwed up somewhere in life. They did like a bad thing, and he's giving them an option to repent. Yeah, that's the way I see it, and it looks pretty. I like it, and I really like the last movie they made. So I think it was just called Saw or something. It was it called Saw or was it called something different? Um, yes. They're yeah, I mean it's a little like they get repetitive, just because Jigsaw's the one 2019. Oh, they're coming out with another one called Spiral in 2021. Which one? I hope not. Yep, he's a detective. Yep. Let's see, who is it? Chris Rock, Samuel L. Jackson. Uh, uh-huh. I'm trying to look for people like would know. C.K. Collins, Janelle Williams, maybe. I don't recognize anybody. But I don't know what this one's about. In where is this here? What the hell? Yeah, I think so. I don't know, but this one just seems eh. To me, it looks like they're just trying to make a another Saw movie because it seems just like another remake of it, which isn't bad. But like Jigsaw, I really like because it throws you for a loop at the end. I don't know if you want to know what it is or whatever. Like, do sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. Hmm. Hmm. Oh yeah, because what was the clues? Like the key to your freedom. What is it? The key to your freedom lie. It's like weird, right? It's like some Saw. First was in 2007, correct? Oh, what is Saw 2004 quotes? I guess would it be quotes? I don't know. Let's find out. Or is this the one with one of the Wahlberg brothers? No. Well, that was the second one. Okay. Yeah, but like it was like, wait, because I like this. He gives cryptic answers, or like something he'll be straight up like, "This is the how you get the key." But since it's like in a high like stress situation, like you don't realize it. Uh, man, I don't know. I can't remember. It's like weird, but like he gives him like a roundabout way of saying like the key is like sure just in the drain. Mhm. How did the was like was it the key just, like, went down the drain, and could they get it, or was it, like, just you couldn't get it anymore? I can't remember. Yeah, it's weird, but, like, I just it's an interesting way they do it, like, they give the people like, Jericho gives, the people an option to win the game. Or, like, he, tells you the answer, but you just don't realize it or something. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. This is very interesting. We only talked about a couple horror movies here and there, but yeah, definitely a lot of horror movies are, like, super cheesy. I think they just do it because a lot of stuff has been done already. Not but mhm. Yeah, they want money to just make an easy movie with, like, big name actors or something. It's like, fucking John Travolta's in this horror movie, let's go see that, but I don't know if he is one, but, Mhm. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's fun. The Big Slice is fun. Because I don't know how long have we been recording? Do you know? Huh, like an hour. Damn, it's great. In a sense of, like, what? He okay, well, first of all, it depends before we end this episode, it depends on the pizza itself. Like, like, where's it from, it all depends, like, I don't care for a lot, like, the pizza chains. Well, I guess every pizza chain is safe for a select few, but, like, Pizza Hut, I don't like the sauce. The sauce just doesn't agree with me, and a lot of, like, chains are super, like, greasy, which sucks. But, like Minsky's, right? Like, I don't know, I think Minsky's is more of, like, a Midwest, like, Kansas thing, but, like, they're super heavy, and I don't like heavy pizza. I want a pizza that's, you know, pretty, like, in the middle of everything. Yeah. Big slice. Thigh. Oh, I mean, I don't know, tits? Big slice like. You hear that? Big slice like. Man, I've been talking, and before the end of the podcast right here, man, my voice, ooh, is it like I can feel it scratchy, it's like dry, and it's just like, oh, you don't be talking for an hour. It's like, man, I don't usually talk to people. I usually just talk by myself or not talk at all. So I don't want to be bullied. If you bully me, I mean, I'm not gonna kill myself, but I might be really sad. Yep, I post. Never, because I can't edit videos, and I want to learn how, but I refuse to. I don't refuse. I just don't have money to buy an editing software. Man, recording. I get recording down. Editing, don't know how. Don't want to spend like $200 on a decent fucking editing software. Yep. Subscribe to me. Only me. Watch my 5 videos. And you know what? What Ninja Studios? Never heard of Ninja Studios. Never. Don't know who they are. What's uh who do what's a spirit healer? You never know. You know what? Yeah, it's we have it rambling. Yeah, happy Halloween. Or eat candy and not get diabetes, but yeah, just eat candy. Ow. Yeah, fuck them kids. Chigs? Big Slice. Bye, Big Slice podcast people. Oh, I would never.